All right, I've got it assembled. I have an axle in there. I have the long bit of the axle sticking up. The short bit is down into the holder, and what we want to be able to do is shove the axle down onto the threads or the pieces, and I've not done this yet. We'll see if I can do it or if it breaks. It looks like it's gonna break. I can't do it. We're gonna have to take it apart and find out what's the matter. If there's a misalignment or what. But it's a little too, the machine is too low, okay? As you can see, I have to pull the tools out from their places in order to get it apart because I don't have the clearance. So, it may be that the axle doesn't have enough room, or it's already, oh, it's too long already. Maybe I put it in wrong. All right, let me try this again. Well, I figured it out. The knurling is a 4.2 and the hole is a 4.09 or something like that. So the knurling is oversized for this hole. And this is a knurling job that I did with the tool, and I never really checked it to find out. So the knurling is oversized for this particular piece. What I'll need to do is probably make a fresh shaft that is the proper knurl, press it on, and make sure that isn't so much pressure I'm going to break the thing. But I also learned that when these are assembled, and I'll do that now, if I put this one here and I put this one here and I put this on, okay, put this one on, it goes right on. It just goes on, you know, it's okay. Yeah, let's do it this way. If I do that, set this under here, set this on, then set this under it, and all I'm trying to do is get them to be aligned in the way that they are supposed to be, okay? Are they aligned or not? Okay. Don't worry, that was just a socket that fell, okay. So if I can get this aligned, let me bring it down and I'll show you exactly what I'm trying to get at here. Hold on a second. Just hold on a second. Okay, here we are, lined up perfectly, and I have a little bit of room left here, so I'm off center of the anvil and the arbor. I could bring this in that much. You see, it's actually aligned with where it was supposed to be, but I was estimating, and I actually had trimmed this off to make more room, so I could come in closer and it would be more direct. You see that? More direct under. So, one of two things, move this or reprint these things. This takes an hour, this takes 2 hours. Oh my God. But I'm really happy how it fits. Or wait, no, it's too long. I'd have to cut it. No, just this amount. Just this comes in, right? Oh wow, so if I trim this leading edge, now this will hit here. No, that's not gonna work. Well, I'd have to reprint them both either way, it looks like, to get it to work properly. But, oh heck, I am so close and yet so far. Oh, there it is there, okay. So there it is there. Get it there. You stay there. Okay, so it's actually back to that. It's almost that far back. So that's a little more than we thought. At any rate, I can move this forward. If he stays in his hole, then you can see, yeah, there's the difference. Okay, so I can bring this back, and that's a good thing. We're more center on the push point, but I'm still concerned if that gear is that hard to press in. I'm going to find out. That arm is too short for one thing. And then I wonder if the material I'm using is going to be strong enough. The option to all of this was a screw and a brass nut, and you turn the screw and the brass nut travels down. You have a lot more leverage with that, and you can actually put a longer or a bigger handle on it. So you have a fine handle for spinning it, and then a bigger handle for just getting when you're down to you're getting close. You can have more power to rotate it. That's another approach. But I guess you could say this was sort of like proof of principle. Let's get it together and kick it around and look at it. I was able to get the height indicator off the other machine, and I just cobbled this in. I just bashed it in. I really didn't care. I cut and did just to make it work. Okay. And so you got the pointers that show you where you are and whatnot, and that's pretty cool. This seems to be working well. It just slides right in, and that locks it in alignment, and it's snug enough that it won't fall out, which is about all you need for this kind of tooling. So I'm not bolting anything down yet. When this gets bolted down, then these two separate, and this comes down on these pins. So when I get this where I would need it exactly, I'll mark it, and then I'll drill some holes and screw the base plate down, and then this plate comes off. That's how that works. So this one lifts off, that one slides out. But I'm going to have to do something to get more height, and I think I'm just going to raise the whole mechanism almost an inch, because it's like you could almost go all the way down. Well, look, you hit right there. You're hitting down here, so you're losing a whole inch of travel. You could raise it up, because look, the wheel, if you're pressing the wheel down, you're going to have a piece up here, right, to do the wheel. The wheel would be in here. This wheel, I don't know why I have different wheels, but some wheels work, some don't. I get a good one. All right, so the wheel's going to be like that. So here you are. You can press that down, and look, you still have an inch of travel. So I could clearly raise this up an inch and use the full 2 inches. So at full travel, I'm now pressing the wheel. That would work. That would be fine. So that's what I'm going to do. Raise it up an inch. And that's the advantage of the screw. The screws give you 6 inches. This has 2 inches of travel. That's because it's the way it is. It's built. The screw I have is like 12 inches long. So you'd be coming in, you could do some good stuff there. And I think lining those back up will be center on center, and I don't think the rotation and deflection of plastic is going to become a problem. And these are really strong, I have to say. I used the Orca slicer to put them together, and that was pretty cool. Okay, so that's the update. Now, on the other update, just out of fooling around, you know what that is? Oh yeah, we have not lost hope. A couple of us are going to work on that. I just have a wonderful thing I want to talk about. I think on the 4th of July I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to wait. I want to make sure I know what I'm saying, and that it's accurate and all that good stuff. So, okay. Pressing this in so that we have axle assemblies that we can pop into the new chassis is all this is about. Now, I could go over to the vise and build 8 axles if I had to, and I probably will end up doing that, because this is dragging on. But eventually we'll have a tool set that allows you to do that, okay? I may cheat because I get excited. I like to see, I like to see engines turning, whining like Formula One. Okay. Is that it? No, that's not it. Was that it? Oh yeah. We came across, the team, young man Luke is helping me. We came up with these life cars. We'll get more into that later. It's going to be fun. Server validation warning. Oh yeah, we can trust. I don't need to save anything, so I'm just going to close out and call it a day. I've got to, I've had the call. I am in deep trouble now, 2 days in a row, so gotta go. Later.